Alright, this video is gonna be over pronunciation. Um, I'm just gonna make this video focus on consonant cluster pronunciation, just because maybe I've been hearing some people speaking Cebuano, and some of the pronunciation that they have is kind of weird. So I'm gonna make this quick video. Before I sleep, oh god dang, over pronunciation, and maybe upload some other videos and stuff like that, and yeah, we'll see. But let's get right to it. So, ang atong grupong konsonante mao kani, so mauman sila kanin. So you'll see. Um, where am I? Oh, TS. I'm also kind of sleepy, so the t sound, the ts makes this t sound, right? T, t, t. T and an s is like a t, t and a s. Like when you say cats, right? The word cats. The end of the word or the consonant is a ts in cats, right? So it's kind of like that sound, t, t. Like it's not kind of like the Japanese tsu. If you studied Japanese tsu, it's because it's more hush-hushed, like su, su. Or when you're saying tsunami, that T is just kind of like left out. Tsunami, tsunami, right? But this one, it's more pronounced like a t, right? T. And this sound was came in when Spanish had contact and influence on the language with the letter, the ch letter, the th, and it was supposed to make the ch sound, the ch, but the locals, when they heard it, couldn't really make that sound, so they had to approximate it with using just these two consonants by breaking down the ch to the t, right? First word is chocolate, right? Chocolate, t. Right? Next one is ocho, ocho, ocho. Notice how I'm not saying ocho, but ocho, right? Listen. Chocolate, chocolate. Ocho, ocho, right? Ocho. Chino, chino, right? Chino, ch. Notice that there's a difference between the ch and the t, right? So just be aware about that. Achara, achara, right? So similarly, like the word for spoon, cuchara, right? Cuchara. In Spanish, it's cuchara, right? La cuchara, right? But then in Cebuano, it's cuchara. So listen to the tsa. Next one we have is a sya. A lot of people have this problem with sya, right? They just pronounce it lazily as a sh, which isn't a sh. It's a sya. It's an approximate of a sh sound, sh. This one came into contact, or came in with, again, like the Spanish, right? And then more so with like the Spanish loanwords. So and that's when it started, or this consonant cluster first started its appearance in the language. So the first word we have is diccionario, right? Diccionario. Yeah, diccionario. And notice how I'm saying that glide, the sia, right? Diccionario instead of diccionario, right? And that sounds really weird and fucked up. So diccionario, and then at the end of it, then rio, the nario, nario. The R in Cebuano is rolled. It's not. It's not rolled. Wait, yeah, it's trilled. I guess you can say, or it's that r, yeah, or I guess it is rolled. R, yeah, it is rolled. That trill or rolled R. R, it's not the retroflex, or that retroflex R that the Americans have when they speak English. It's a rolled R. So if you can roll your R's, it'll be really good with the pronunciation. I was made fun of by some northern Filipinos, because when I said the word the roundabout, which is rotunda, yeah, rotunda, they are like, why are you saying it rotunda when it's rotunda or something like that? Whatever. They had that retroflex R and it sounded really nasty, but to each his own. Rotunda, rotunda, whatever. Next word is ciudad, right? Again, that glide, ciudad. People like to say this as ciudad, which, I mean, I don't see the sh sound written. It's ciudad. Next one is social, right? This came straight from Spanish, social. With the cesseante, instead of social, it's social. Siempre is next, siempre. It's the glide again, siempre. And then the next one is pasión. Pasión, not pasión, it's pasión. And that's one thing with the sion endings, like revolución, those kind of pasión, investigación, you know, a lot of people will tend to have this the tendency of saying it with the shon sound, right? But it's sion, pasión, those kind of sion endings that you'll come across in Cebuano. And those sion endings, most of them came from Spanish again. Next one is gracia, right? Not gracia, which I hear a lot of people say gracia, but it's gracia. You make sure that you have that glide there, cia, right? Gracia. And the last one is nacionalismo, right? Nacionalismo, because you know you hear people saying nacion. It's nacion, nacionalismo, nation, nationalism, right? Nation, nacionalismo. Moving on, we got the dy, right? The dy. You know, the examples I have here are diez, which is 10 in Spanish, diez, because sometimes I hear people say geez, like geez. Oh, like geez Louise, you know, geez, it's weird. Diez, right? Or diez, diez. Dios is next, not Dios, you know, like say, ay Diosco, hi Diosco, dear. But you gotta make sure you pronounce this quick too, because it's also a glide. D, yeah, duh, and yeah, dear. Deep, right? Deep, dear, yeah. It's the jeeps that have. Like, listen to the actual just sound versus the dias sound, right? So jeep is what they'll say in American English, jeep. But in Cebuano, it's deep, right? Deep. Deep. Dia. You have to say it really fast. Deep. Deep. I think there was some other word here I wanted to say, but it'll come to me. Next one we have is the ly, the lia. It's another glide, lia. And this came from the double L, the doble L in Spanish, the lia, right? Toalla, you know, medalla, towel, medallion, you know. Silla, ilya, right? That's a ilya, right? The ul and the ya, ul and the ya. So la and ya, lya, right? The two letters, la and ya. Silla meaning chair, and martillo meaning hammer, martillo. Next one is short. I mean, I couldn't really find any other examples with this one when I was making this video off the top of my head. It's the ny, like canyon, the nye sound from Spanish, nye, right? Nye. The only example I can think of is cariño, you know, or oh, you know what? There's cariñoso, cariño, those kind of things. But cariño was the only one I found, or cariñosa, cariña. Sometimes they'll say like niño, santo niño, the nye. Things that have like that nye sound, right? Nye, n and y, nye. Again, you have to glide it with that y, y, nye, right? The ks, the ka and sa together. Most of the times that you'll see these two, you'll have almost always, most of the time, an e before it, the right? So examen meaning test, examen meaning test or exam, x meaning x, as in like the algebraic x, you know, x. X, you know, the x, or find x, or when you're solving an algebraic problem. Exacto meaning correct or right. Exacto, the the ks you'll hear as a x, right? X, and that's just, I mean, e will just follow it pretty much. It's just kind of like that rule where they'll add in an extra phoneme before this consonant to make it easier to pronounce for Spanish and Cebuano speakers. And it's kind of like in Spanish too, or like in English, you know how like Q will always, a U will always be after the U with words almost all the time. Well, this is also kind of like that rule in Cebuano that E will precede the K and the S almost all the time. And the last one is a tia, right? The tia. A lot of people will make this into a ch sound, which isn't. You have to glide your consonant. That's the thing about this video, is that you have to glide your consonants. Tia, right? Tia. And the example I have that I can think of is tantia, right? To test it out or try it out or to taste it, or tantia, or like to measure it out, I guess, like to try it out, measure, kind of thing, tantia. And then next to it, I wrote 2 words that people also like to ch or make it into a ch sound. It's a tian, right? Tian meaning stomach. Sometimes that I is not there, and sometimes it is. It just depends. But putting the I there kind of helps you pronounce it, or helps you glide your pronunciation if you look at it in that manner. Tian, tian, tian. Tan tia, tan tia, right? Tio, tia, right? Ya, the tia, right? It's not cha or cho. It's tia or tio, right? Tian. And these, in general, you just have to say them really quick. All right, so hopefully this can give you an overview of this pronunciation guide.